idea of probability is to determine the chance that something will happen or it will not happen. So that is the most important thing about probability. So let's say a simple way of getting that is assuming in a class you guys are 30 students in the class, right? And if you want to know the probability of boys in that class, and let's say in a class we have only 10 boys in the class, right? So this is what we call a probability, meaning that is what we are looking for over the total, or what we are selecting, and exactly where you are picking them from. So this is what we are looking for, the probability of boys in the class. So how many boys? You have 10 boys in the class, and then in the whole class, how many students are in the class? 30 students. So what we are selecting over the total is what we call probability. So this will be what 1 over 3, right? So this is what we call what a probability. Okay, now let's look at the question and see how best we can understand more about what probability. From the question, we are given these 3 guys. So the chance that these 3 guys will hit a target. So that target can be anything you can think of, right? So I have a beautiful guys over here. That is Sunny, Keto, as well as Titi. So these 3 guys, the chance that they will hit the target is what we are given in the question. And then we have been asked to find what is the probability that the target will be hit only once. So that is what is the chance that only one person or the target will hit that target only once. So let's look at the idea of the probability, how we can use that to tackle that. Now this is what we have. We have 3 different guys. So if they will hit the target, or only one person will hit the target, it means that the other 2 are not part, right? We have other 2 guys, they are not part. So if this guy hits the target, then this guy will not hit, this guy will not hit. Then if this guy also hits, it means that the other 2 will also not hit the target, as well as this person. If this guy hits the target, then these 2 guys are not part. Is that okay? Now what do we have? We have that the chance that the first person, that is what the Sunny will hit the target is what 3 over 4, right? So okay, now look at what is happening. If Sunny hits the target, it means that Keto and what Titi will not hit the target. Are you getting the point? So what does that mean? So the chance that the Sunny will hit the target, then meaning that Keto will not hit, as well as what Titi will also not hit. But we are giving only the chance that they will hit the target. Are you getting the point? If they hit the target, that is what we are giving from the question. But we are not giving the chance that they will not hit. So assuming that if you can score 100% in the mathematics, then we are giving that chance. But we are not giving the chance or the probability that you cannot score 100%. So what happens is that, look at something. If the chance that Sunny will hit the target, it means that Keto will not hit, and what the Titi will also not hit the target. That is for the first option, right? So what it means in probability is that the probability, right, this is just a definition, a tool that you can use, but it makes sense over here that says that if Sunny hit, then Keto will not hit. So this symbol here is what stand for what? Keto will not what hit the target, right? This is just a symbol. You just need to understand the symbol, then you move on. Right, what about this one? So if Sunny hits the target, and then Keto will not hit, right? And what? Then Titi will also what? Not hit the target. So this is what it means, right? So if Sunny hit, then Keto will not hit, and then what? Titi will also not hit the target. So that is for the first option. Or we have another option. Or if Sunny what did not hit the target, then it means that Keto can hit the target, right? Keto will hit the target because there are only 3. If Sunny did not hit the target, then Keto what hit the target, and then what, the last person will also not hit the target. Or you can have the other option. Maybe I guess you should get this option here, right? So meaning that if Sunny, the first guy, did not hit the target, and then the second guy also did not hit the target, then the last person will hit the target, right? So that is what the meaning of hitting the target only once. Is that okay? So this is just a very simple scenario in getting. So it's our duty from the question. We are just giving only one option. The option there is that the chance that they will hit the target. We are not giving the chance that they will not hit the target. So you need to find that, right? And how do you get that? this is what we are given from the question, that the chance that Sunny will hit the target is 3/4. So this is what Sunny will get out of the 100 when he hit the target. So by assumption, right? So what will happen if he does not hit the target, right? If he does not hit the target, so assuming the 100% scenario means that if you can score out of the 100, then you are able to get 3/4, right? So what is left is what we are not getting. Okay, so in probability, we have that if you can score everything, if you can get everything, that should be 1. Is that okay? So that is the idea of a probability. The whole probability, or the chance that something will happen, should be equal to 1. So if you are able to get 3/4 of that, then what is left is what we are looking for, right? You should be able to get or calculate what is left. Just like in an exam, the chance that you score everything is 100, and then you manage to score like 70. What is left to will be 30. That is very easy to find, because we know that the chance that you score everything is 100, then you manage to get 17 out of that, then you are left with 30. So the same idea in probability. So the probability is that the chance that you score everything is 1, right? You manage to get 3/4 of that. So what is left is what we are looking for here in this case, meaning that the chance that you will not hit the target here is 1/4 by subtracting 3/4, what we had from 1. Okay, that is for our probability. So the same way you have to calculate for the chance that K2 will not hit the target, as well as T2 will also not hit the target. Okay, so the chance that K2 will hit is has been given from the question, right? So that in the question you have 2/5. Okay, so what will be the chance that that person will not hit the target, right? So we know that if in everything, if all things went on well, then you should be scored 1. But you managed to get 2/5 of that. So what is left is 3/5, right? So the same applies to the third guy. So after calculating that, you had a third guy to 2/3. Why are we doing all these things? So this is what we have, right? This is the option that we have, that if this guy hits, this guy will not hit, this guy will not hit. So if the first person did not hit, then the second person can hit, and then the last person will also not hit. So let's look at the meaning of this. All these things has a meaning. Now that we find there are numbers available, so you just need to plug them inside, right? You just need to plug them inside, and then do your multiplication, addition, subtraction. Very, very simple. So the most important thing is here, right? You need to get a concept and what is happening. Okay, now let's move. Now that you have there are chances that things will happen. So let's look at what will be the next. You just need to plug in the number. So here we have that the chance that the first person hit, and the second person does not hit, as well as the third person does not hit. So this guy has been given to be 3/4, right? So 3/4. So what about the next one? So look at something. This end here intersection, K, meaning that they are multiplying. That is the definition of this thing in probability, right? X intersection K will not happen. So let's say Sunny will hit, and K2 will not hit. So this end here in probability means multiplication. Okay, so this end means multiplication, and then this all here means addition, right? So these are the two things you just have to pay. Anytime you see all in probability, it means addition, and then anytime you see and, it means multiplication. So Sunny and K2 will not hit will be what? So the number of Sunny will hit is that is the 3/4, and means multiplication. So multiply by 3/4. That is what we had for K2 will not hit, right? So after doing the calculation from here, this is what we had, that K2 will not hit is 3/4. So you are just replacing. So 3/4 multiplied by the T2 will also not hit. So we had 2/3. So look at the next one. Or Sunny will not hit. Had we had 1/4, and then multiply by the next one, K2 will hit is 2/5 being given from the question, and then multiply by T2 will not hit. After doing the calculation, you had 2/3. So we are just replacing. That should be 2/3, and then the last portion to the same thing, right? So the last part will be the same thing. So all that you need to do here is to do your multiplication nicely, and then move on and do your calculation, right? So you just need to multiply the top by top, and then down by down, and then cancel down, right? So that should be 9, and that should be 8, and here should be 16, and multiply by that, and so on. Then you reduce that. Okay, you reduce that. So for the first bracket, I had that to be 3 over 10, right? So if you are getting a different answer, just comment down below. By the way, if you are enjoying the video, you may consider subscribing to this YouTube channel for more content like this. Okay, and then the next bracket. So when you do that calculation, you should have 1 over 50, and then the last one should give you 1 over 20. So if you have 1 over 20 here, what do you have to do? You see that here we are adding, so you need to find what LCM, right? You need to find the least common multiple of that, right? So that is the meaning of what how you should add fractions. So if you're adding two fractions, you have to make sure that you find the least common multiple. So what's the least common multiple out of this? So you should be able to get that. That should be 20, and then you do your calculation nicely. You should get something like 5 over 20, right? So 5 over 20 should be your answer to that question. Then when you reduce that, that should give you what 0.42. Okay, so 0.4. So this is how simple we tackle this type of probability question. So thank you for stopping by.